Hello, my name is Crystal with Psychic MD, and I'm here to do another crystal ball reading. So this is going to be for those that chose crystal ball number 1. Crystal ball number 1. We're going to get a little bit of sagey sage, get some intention going here. And remember, this is just strictly whatever comes up. So we're going to see the narrative. I do not have an agenda other than getting the messages that you need for yourself. Healing, growth, whatever it may be, okay? See if we can get better lighting here. Okay. I'm going to bring out my new gadget. Because, you know, we always have to have something different and new. And we'll see how we do with this. All right. Scry with me. The first thing that I'm seeing actually is a dog. It looks like a really big Dalmatian or one of those like gray dogs with the big ears. It's facing this way. So let's see if you can see the nose, the 2 eyes, the big old ears. And actually the dog is a little bit dressed like a lion, believe it or not. And there's a ladder going from its depth, wherever it's standing, all the way up towards its head, this way. So I'm going to say that part of that has a lot to do with ascending, trying to ascend, and maybe trying to even master the idea of like loyalty or thinking about those that are loyal around you and faithful. And perhaps I think that you have a loyal soul, and yet maybe you've had others around you be not so loyal whatsoever. That could be an issue as well. Now, next to this figure, the next thing that I'm seeing for some of you, let's see if we can point this out as well. Get in here. Get in here. Okay. So, what I'm seeing right here is a face actually screaming into the dog's ears. So you could have had somebody who's like verbally abusive, or somebody who just did not treat you the way you wanted to be treated, okay? Any form of abuse is not okay. In this case, I am seeing some type of verbal abuse. Let's see, let me get that to focus. And that is for some of you. Now, for others of you, I have like an 8-ball here, and that can be, a, you know, of course, a drug reference. For some of you, not for everybody. This could also be a reference to those of you that like to shoot pool. I'm going to actually plug this in real quick. Pardon me. There we go. So some of you guys are perhaps into going to the local pool hall to shoot some pool, whatever the case may be, and that could be a thing for you, and that would be confirmation. Some of you guys are really into Halloween and thinking about that, like getting your costumes ready and whatnot, or getting your kids' costumes ready. Because now I'm seeing that 8-ball turn into 2 eyes and a big grinning mouth. So it could be that some of you guys are really into looking at what you're going to be doing for Halloween, which is right around the corner. Now this is a timeless reading for whenever you decide you happen upon it. Let's move this guy to the side here. Let's see if we can get this baby in closer. So I'm seeing another face here. Let's see if I could not knock it off its stand. Now I'm seeing another face right here. See if you're able to perceive this with me. I'm seeing the face of a child. It's got like the big old forehead. You know, when babies are like little and it takes a while for them to grow into their little bodies. It's super cute. So I see that this child could be like really intellectual. And then I see a lot of water around the child. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a baby. Maybe it's just a child, like a sibling or your child. And then next to the water, I actually see some like trees and whatnot. So this could be camping. This could be walking through the forest. Right here, I'm actually seeing a boat. So perhaps some of you guys are going on a journey, or you're perceiving or thinking about a child and journeying to that child or towards a child or with a child. And next I'm seeing right here eyes, and of course the nose and the grin. And so I kind of see like a little bit of a pirate thing. I'm still getting quite a bit of like Halloween vibes, okay? What else are we seeing? And I'm seeing a little, almost like a cat-like image here, looking up towards the sky, but it feels to me it's almost like in prayer. And then right here I'm seeing a little bit of a fairy. So some of you guys can really connect with fairy spirits. Some of you guys could be even currently praying about someone who's crossed over. Right here I'm seeing a firearm on its side. So maybe you guys are like, you like to go shooting, things like that. Or maybe it's talking about gaining a true aim. Oh, this is juicy. There is a big fight, you guys. Okay. Do you see this? Okay, I'm going to try to cover my lighting here. This is a hot mess. I need one of those light cover thingies. This will do for now. But if you notice, I almost see like these two figures, one right here and one right here. It's got legs, almost like fighting with the other one. And this creature appears to have almost like a big ear on this side and then two legs here. But it seems to be like an argument or a fight or a tussle of sorts. So perhaps you're in the middle of a tussle or an argument with someone. This could have to do with your freedom, okay? Because I'm actually seeing this right here become and morph into like a horse. So this could be about your personal freedom or somebody else's freedom. And I see like a flag, almost like a victory flag, but it seems to be like ill won. Not that, I feel like there's no rejoicing in the victory. And then there seems to be someone that was like trampled down or feels like they were beaten down. So whatever the case may be, somebody wants to perhaps be free of a situation or another person. And this person is standing here almost zombie-like. I don't know if you see the legs and like this white outfit that they're wearing and the arm raised and the face right here, which is what I'm seeing. And this other person like trying to stand in the way and scream at the horse and just trying to get it to like make it balk and be afraid or something. But there's definitely an argument. So I feel like you're going to wind up being around someone or see a big argument or potentially even yourself be involved in an argument. Hopefully not. I see a lot of energy, like almost kind of like raising weapons. And it doesn't have to be literally. This could be like verbal. This could be like mental shields, emotional shields, or even prepping. I even see like a flag here over the mind. So it could be like, okay, somebody's just trying to figure out how they can make peace with the whole situation. And that's what's on the top of their mind. How do you surrender? And yet I see another scallywag right here in the middle. Now I see a leg here and this person is walking to the right and they're just trying to bail. So you can have a situation also where someone is just trying to take off, wanting to take off. And it reminds me a lot of like the Seven of Swords energy. So be very careful, especially since they have a key right here. And it's almost like a key that they feel like they were like locked in or locked up or something like that. And it's taken its toll. With all of this like darkness right here and the hair being pulled back and whatnot, I just feel like there's a lot of determination. I also feel like this person is not necessarily going to be honest about things. You might walk into a situation where people just like take off when you least expect it. If you're in a relationship, it could be that somebody actually just bails on you, or that you get ghosted or something like that. I do feel like you have a lot of deep, deep connections with the spirit world. Now, I'm going to say that because of all this other drama, this trauma that's going on, that your connectivity with spirit is a little bit detached, diffused, and it's very confusing. And I feel like also some of you guys think that you're connected to the dark side, or that dark entities are trying to connect with you, or that you're seeing shadow people. And this is not for everyone, but this is for someone. Okay, let's see if we can get this to come in a little bit better. Now, see if this translates. I'm going to say that you just have a lot of debris in your auric field, okay? And what I'm seeing is that you just need to clear some of that mental clutter, and perhaps even allow people, if they want to leave, let them leave. But I feel like you just have a lot of even potentially like visitors or energy, especially at nighttime, that in that twilight, or you could wake up and see something and not be entirely sure. Like I see almost like a tree with its mouth open being surprised. And I feel like this is a reference again to your like family tree and your lineage as well. But I feel like you doubt what you see, or you doubt if you can trust your own perception to it. I'm going to say that that's going to clear up, and it's going to become pretty darn clear for you once you get a little bit more balance yourself. Okay. So that is good. I feel like some of you guys have endured a recent tower moment. You could have pets also that are fighting and arguing. And this is going to sound really, really weird. But you might want to check your lighting instead of doing the LED lighting and things like that. I mean, they've done studies on that. If you want to read up on it, and if you believe that sort of stuff, the LED lighting can actually cause a lot of fighting between people and make people kind of aggressive and whatnot. So I read one study where they had the LED lights, and then after a while they took them out and put some regular lights, which are really hard to find now. And yeah, so that happened, and then everybody calmed down. So, and they studied it quite a bit. So I thought that was kind of fascinating. You might want to look into that. But it is your life, of course. What else do I see? I see an opaque eye. I feel like this is like your third eye opening up. But I also see, like when I turn on to the side, when your third eye opens up even more, because I feel like you've been blocking things with like some pollution. I'm feeling some pollution, some smoke, some doubt and things like that. I feel like this is also going to turn into lips. And so I feel like you're going to speak about what it is that you're going to start to see. And what your ancestors are trying to show you, actually, I feel like some of you guys have a connection to the past. And I'm getting like some kind of like a French war, or some kind of and I don't know my history. Don't come for me in comments, okay? But I'm just going to say that I definitely see a war, and I see buildings like falling and things like that. So I feel like if you have that connection to anything that resonates with those types of wars, then this is just a confirmation for you, okay? So let me just pull a couple of cards for you. I'd like to figure out a couple of things. We're going to scooch this over, as my son was so fond of saying when he was younger. And I'm going to go ahead and look at your chakras. Well, not really personally. That sounds kind of personal, right? But we're going to go ahead and pull a couple of cards to go with this crystal ball reading from the Chakra Wisdom Oracle Guidebook. And let's set some up here so you'll have the ability to take a peek at what I'm looking at as well. So, for pile number one, show me what I need to see for pile number one. Anything that's going to be helpful, anything that's going to add to the story, enlighten us, and enable us to, I don't know, get messages that we need for pile number one, please. And show me now. So, gratitude. gratitude is the attitude to have. Let's get that in the picture. And one more card, please. And show me now. And faith. Yeah, have faith that you're going to get through it, but also look at, I feel like, you know, your departed spirits and your ancestors are definitely here to really guide you. Also, I feel like this is like a batch of amethyst. I don't know if there's a batch of amethyst, but like a cluster of amethyst. And on the top of your mind, I feel like, you know, this is peace. This is peace. It's a peace offering, just like that flag that I saw on the top of your mind. I feel like you are somebody that's really peaceful, that wants to maintain the peace. And it could be an element of some of you guys being pregnant or having some baby in the family or something to do with being with a child. And if this is not that, then I'm going to say that this has to do with the creation of something that you're trying to birth or bring about, okay? So it's going to be really important. Your ancestors are saying we're going to help you through it. Have faith. You might be walking on some like unsteady ground. Also, maybe perhaps wearing green is going to really help you in your personal growth. And also wearing purple will really help with your crown chakra and things like that. I do want to pull a couple more cards just of encouragement because I feel like that was really kind of like really brief. I can't stop saying like, what are we doing here, Griselle? Show me what I need to see for pile number 1. Pile number 1. And show me now. 2 cards, apparently. That's what I'm pulling. Love. Okay. Allow it to pour in and out of you. Love. Okay. And nurture your creative energy. Yeah. So a lot of you guys, I'm thinking this has to do with creativity because of pregnancy. And that is where the beauty lies. Pursue and continue looking at things that you love with gratitude and with faith because you are headed in the correct direction. You might have quite a bit of opposition, but I feel like that's going to burn through quickly. Okay, once they see that you're actually determined, and also once they see that they can actually lose you, I think that's going to be a deal breaker for them. You want to just be careful that things don't become physical and even emotional and mental are not okay either. But with that, I hope that this was helpful. If not helpful, I hope it was at least a little bit entertaining. If you can please like, share, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much. And until next time, namaste. Hi, crystal ball, pile number 2. If you chose this beautiful specimen, then this reading is for you. Pile number 2, we're going to be reading from this crystal ball for the first portion of your reading, and then getting additional messages, a couple of different messages in regards to your chakras and how this all pertains, okay? Let's get a little bit of sagey sage. For those of you new to my channel, I extend a very warm welcome to you. And for those of you that are repeat offenders, thank you so much for stopping by. Much appreciated. Let's see what we have. Pile 2. We're going to get in there. See if you can see what I see, okay? Now, I feel like I heard the word mortification, and this could have a little bit or a lot of it to do with what I'm seeing here. I see eyes and almost like a slant. And I feel like some of you guys maybe might have done something that just kind of mortified you, or you're like, oh crap, I didn't mean to do that. Now, when I soften my gaze, all of this looks like a city behind you. And this could be even thinking of a city that you've left behind, or thinking of home where you grew up, perhaps. Something to that effect. Let's see what else we can see. Maybe feeling some nostalgia. Some of you are questioning if the path that you're taking is the correct path right now. Especially because you feel a little bit mortified maybe something that you did. I think that that's going to pass. I feel like you're overly concerned about it. And it's not that big of a deal. A couple of you guys have a teddy bear or some kind of a see the teddy, the little ears, bear ears, the eyes, and the nose right here. Hopefully that translates well to you. So teddy bear can be referenced, or you'll be receiving one or giving one, okay? Or this could just be talking about your childhood home and childhood toys. Now, interesting. I feel like there's a desire to go back home for some of you guys. And I'm getting also kind of like college vibes, like some of you guys are in college and you just like to come home, or you're thinking of the holidays. Also, I heard the word green man, so you might want to look that up. I don't think I have that deck, so I don't know too much about it, but I think it represents nature and all of that cool stuff. It's a lot deeper than that, but that's all I got for you right now. I heard, who's afraid of the big bad wolf? Some of you guys might feel like you are dealing with a wolf in sheep's clothing. You might have doubts about a person. This person can seem larger than life. I'm getting the initials C-A-L-L-O, Callo. I don't know what that is. They could just be initials, or they could be letters involved in something that pertains to what I am talking about. Also, I see a little dog, little white dog, kind of like a poodle or a Maltese. It's got like bunchy hair. That's not even a word, you guys. But yeah, you're welcome. I'm feeling like, oh, this is so gorgeous, you guys. Can you see that? That just trips me out. I feel like also you could be a little bit escaping in fantasy, because I see this almost this like milky white stuff right here is being, not smoke, but being fog. So you could be going somewhere, or you could live somewhere typically where there is fog, and you're thinking about home, or you're looking at like topographical maps, you're looking online and Google Maps and things like that, and just kind of checking out the Earth's surface and thinking about that. But I think that you're really drawn to texture, to nature. I think that you have some cold and cloudy vision, okay, when it comes to like your own well-being and your own spirituality. And I feel like I'm getting a mother figure that maybe perhaps was like cold and not clear with you, and this could have affected how you perceive things as well. And for some reason with this, like, I'm not want to talk about aliens, like what do I know about that, but I actually do see like an alien being here. So I see it's like the eyes, the kind of a nose, whatever kind of a headgear they have on here is kind of interesting. So if you guys are into aliens, anything like that, that's confirmation for you. I hear Dougal. It's magic. We know. I think that's the end of the cartoon Dougal, an old cartoon. I'm not sure. That could mean something to someone. If you hear snoring, that's my dog. Through and lens darkly. I see some of you guys looking at the sky, just trying to get answers. I also see this figure. It's like an eye, a nose, and like a frown. And then I see here, I don't know if this translates, but it's almost like a mummified person or a mummified object. No, it feels like a person, like a body. So this could be looking for answers, almost like looking at the heavens, wanting to find answers, things like that. And with a mummified body, this could be about someone who either has passed or crossed over, of course, but it could also, come on in clear, please. Give me a break here. It could also be someone who is still with us, but they feel kind of mummified, like they're not making any progress towards you or any progress with the issue that is like really concerning you. Okay. What else do we have for pile number 2? Let's see. Let's see, darlings. Not getting much here. Some of you guys are going to, I heard, the pond to feed the ducks. Or you have ducks in your home, not in your home, probably, but you know what I'm talking about, like in your, where you live. You guys could also be seeing like ghosts or entities from other realms. Let's see if we have anything else for pile number 2 before we move on to the card portion. Ooh, that's pretty. I can see that mostly. Some of you guys dealt with bees and beehives and things like that. Some of you guys are actually beekeepers and rescuers. Now, some of you guys, I do feel like you've experienced some like sadness. I feel like there is a figure here. So it's a lady with her hair in like a messy bun, kind of holding her head and a little bit like crying. So maybe perhaps you've experienced some sadness. Oh, night terrors. I'm being told some of you guys have night terrors, which I can relate to, actually. Yeah. Birds might be on your mind. Some of you guys like monkeys, or some of you guys collect those like masks. It's to collect like African masks and things like that. Or Aborigine masks. I don't know how to pronounce it. But yeah, it seems like there's a lot of activity, especially when you're trying to sleep. So you might have a really hard time sleeping. All right, if that's you, this is definitely your reading. The initial P, the initial L, the initial I could be important. I'm trying to look through the viewer and, okay. I'm seeing a face here of like a one-eared cat. What is that? That almost looks like some kind of a metal device or an old school gun. Yeah, but I'm sensing a lot of like cloudiness and some fantasy in that. And some of you guys, I also saw some of you guys pouring milk or cream into your coffee where it just kind of flows and it ripples beautifully like this before they combine. Yeah, so that's all I'm having for you thus far. So let's get a couple more messages, but this time we're going to do chakra cards. And we're going to see how this ties into whatever we saw in the crystal ball. All right. Show me what I need to see for pile number 2. Those that chose the crystal ball number 2. And show me now. Wisdom. Look at how it has the same vibe as a crystal ball, in fact. Just kind of swirly, dreamy, otherworldly. And these little creatures even. So you have a lot of wisdom. I feel like you have ancestral help. I feel like there is a big connection. And even here, there's like a cross and the dove of peace. But I'm also feeling like needle in the haystack. Almost like trying to find peace as a needle in a haystack is what I heard. And that might be just a feeling that you're having right now. Some of you guys need to drink a little bit more water and watch your diet. And I'm not one to talk. I'm just repeating. My guides scold me all the time. Like, do not eat that. Yeah. But watch your diet, because a lot of what we consume, those chemicals, do cause us to have cloudy brains. You know that already. Oh, okay, well, complacency. Bottom of the deck. So there might be issues right here where you are just feeling complacent, not feeling like you could even do anything or much caring about things. And this could have to do with perhaps some of you guys missing home, wanting to return home, but being unable to do so, whether it's finances or whether it's you're in a different spot in life, or you have commitments that prevent you. I don't know your life, right? So if the story fits, then great. If it doesn't, then just leave it for someone else. But I'm saying that this person has completely iced out. And there's the shadow of red, the outline of red, which is your root chakra. And so I'm feeling like you might be feeling really unstable. Didn't we talk about a tree here earlier? But feeling unstable, kind of like not secure, not sure about life, not sure about finances, money, relationships, and not just clear. I feel like you want things to be really clear, and you're wanting to kind of reach out and have that support, but you feel like for whatever reason you cannot. And so I feel like in your heart and your mind, everything's winterized. Is that a word? Pile 2, forgive. But I feel like everything is at the palm of your hands. If you just reach out and ask Spirit, ask God, or whoever it is that you look up to or pray to, that you can actually get those answers for yourself, the ones that you desperately need, in order for you not to feel so isolated and so distant. I also feel like part of this is not an old problem. I think that you've been feeling this way for some time, for quite some time, okay? So let's see what else we have here. Pulling from this deck, I open myself to guidance from the universe. Excuse me. My grandmother would say, excuse my pig, if anybody burped. Show me what I need to see for pile number 2. Those that chose crystal ball number 2, and show me now. Yay! All right, guys, check it out. Manifestation. So I know things are feeling like crappy and cloudy right now. And it could be also, I mean, depending on where you live and what time frame that you were viewing this message. Perhaps it's winter, or becoming winter in your part of the world, in your time frame, whatever the deal is. Manifestation, what you desire, is on its way. So I feel like you've been waiting for a long time. And I feel like this goes back to just feeling very grounded, very secure. And one thing that can help, of course, we talk about this all the time in readings, is earthing, getting your feet bare in the actual earth if you can, touching trees, touching leaves. Let's see, one thing that I do, I collect some odd things, of course, but I go outside and I find these beautiful acorns, and I really have to pick them up every time. If they have little tops on them, I'm going to pick them up. But it helps me just be grounded and connect with Mother Earth, and just even feel a little bit more hopeful, looking at all the variety and different color, shapes, and sizes, and even how they're built. I'm like, what is this? It's a little Finding Nemo fish. But anyways, so you could do small things to really help yourself. And I have this one's cracking open. Things are cracking open for you. What you desire is on its way. Obviously, just grab these. I didn't even look at this before I brought it within the camera frame. So have no fear, because what you desire is on its way. Now, bottom of the deck, I have secrets and hidden meaning, mystery, okay? And I saw a cat within, the crystal earlier. So I love that. And again, reference to trees. And I feel like with all of these, swirls and things, I feel like that is just a reference to how old the trees are. And I feel like more ancestral vibes and things like that, and celestial beings. So you might be really connecting with those on the other side. Okay. So bottom of the deck, because I happened to glance and look before I actually moved everything aside. We have a new beginning. So fear not. Pile number 2, you have a new beginning. Have courage to open a new door. And this is all about shedding your skin, being willing to change, also to go with the flow, to trust that the divine has your back, even though at times it doesn't feel like it, even though you may feel extremely, I feel like lonely at times, or even clouded, not being sure if you're on the correct path or not. Yeah, but I feel like also you could be a lot like me, that you see things that other people do not see. And you can actually uncover hidden mystery by just paying attention to the signs. So I think it's pretty cool. Obviously, I have fun with it. I really enjoy it. And I'm really grateful for my gifts now. There was a time when that was not the case. So maybe perhaps you're a little bit on that side of things, a little teeter-tottering. Now, for 1 or 2 of you, I don't want to scare you guys, but I feel like for 1 or 2 of you, you may have heart problems, or so I'm looking at this right here, and I'm also looking at the shape here, and it feels to me almost like a heart. So you might want to work with amethyst, and that might help to calm you and really transmute some of the energy that you're feeling as well. But definitely work with anything that's Mother Earth. Any and everything that's Mother Earth. That's going to really help to heal you. And keep in mind that we're all so very different. Like, this acorn, I'm sure, you know, didn't think, hey, I want to be unique and different and have, like, 2 top hats. What the hell? No, it just grew and trusted. And this one didn't think, hey, I'm going to be lighter than others, you know. So we're all very unique and different. So I would just say have a little bit more patience. But things are right on the edge of becoming something completely different. So you're on the edge of a major change and transformation here. I hope that this helped you. If you liked that reading, please do smash the like button, share, comment, subscribe. I want to thank you so much for your time once again, and namaste. Hi, pile number 3. My name is Cashapp with Psychic MD, and I'm here to do your crystal ball reading. So for those of you that are brand new to my channel, thank you so much for stopping in. And for those of you repeat offenders, I really appreciate your time. And I hope everyone receives exactly what it is that they are seeking, even if it is just simply amusement. Let's get a little bit of sagey sage going on here. And let's get to it. I have a new gadget to assist us. By us, I mean me. Yeah. So if you chose crystal ball number 3, this is for you. I feel like somebody might be watching cartoons, or you might be around someone who's watching cartoons. So I feel like this has like a cartoon face with a big old mouth, and I actually forget what the name of the cartoon is, but that could be a thing for someone. Also, I feel like somebody has a fascination with sharks and or teeth. Some of you guys could be into collecting shark teeth. That could be a thing as well. Some of you guys are interested in reptiles or have reptilian friends at home. You could be a reptilian mom or dad. I'm not talking about the 2-legged reptiles. I'm talking about the real ones, okay? I don't know. Scratch that. I don't even know what I'm saying. This is why you don't do readings when you're tired, right? So, I'm talking about the ones we all see on a daily basis. How about that? Some of you guys could be Star Trek fans as well, or even be thinking this is kind of like far out, far-fetched, whatever the case may be. Also, I feel like some of you guys could be interested in, and this is going to sound weird, I don't know how to say this and have it not be weird, in caves, okay? But some of you guys, I feel like you have an interest in like museums or, yeah, like fine art and things like that could be something. Some of you are studying or have gone to school for it before. I heard you're not afraid to get down and dirty. Well, good for you. I feel like the letter V could be of importance to you. Also, I see a camel here. If you look at the two humps and the little head going this way. So maybe this is talking about literally like taking a camel ride or something having to do with camels, or you smoke camels. I don't know. I see a camel here and then a lion here. So maybe this is like a safari trip, or some of you guys could be decorating a child's room or birthday cake or something. Oh my gosh, actually, I actually see a cupcake right here. I don't know if you can see that. That comes in well. Cupcake with the frosting. So there is a birthday, maybe yours or someone else around you. I think that some of you guys love Picasso. At least that's what I heard. And also there's love of the forest, of greenery, of getting lost in greenery and feeling like you're just becoming one with nature. And regardless of how old you are, I almost feel like there's an element of like fantasy, almost like when you go and you go into the forest, it's like you feel free to become whoever you want to be. Pardon me. Sorry about that. I literally got all choked up. I had to take a time out here. Oh, that's lovely. My hair. The letter T can also be important, as well as the letter Y. Some of you guys are thinking about milk or froth in your coffee. Some of you guys also like to paint. And I see a duck here. So some of you guys might be painting, having a painting of a duck here. And I see a snake here, like trying to get behind the duck. So, pardon me, this could be some kind of interesting art that you do. I also see a little creature here leaning up against a tree from where the snake is coming through. And it's got his like legs bent and just kind of observing the duck. I feel like it's a bunny, like its ears are pressed almost flush and it's facing that way. So some element of fantasy. Maybe you're a fantasy artist, or you love to, I don't know, explore with different modes and textures of, oh wow, of no, oh my gosh, Roselle. Am I going to say that? Yeah, I'm going to say that. Okay, first thing I saw. Well, and that went out the window because the second thing that I saw, which of course drew my attention, I'm like, okay, I think these are like thongs, and these are like white thongs. Obviously, they almost feel like wedding thongs. I know that there's not really such a thing, but maybe you're getting married, somebody's getting married, or attending a wedding, or maybe somebody gifted you as a gag gift. I don't know your life. And some of you guys are into like taxidermy. Others of you guys are into collecting like curiosities. I think that's what they call it. Where you collect like abstract things like that. That would kind of freak out your average person, I guess. Like wet specimens and whatnot. And also, I feel like you have an owl for like a spirit animal. So some of you guys could really be blessed with the power of observation, but I do feel like you get help from the other side. And then I see a fish right here. I feel like abundance is coming towards you and for you. That's what I saw. Hold on. So now when I look at it again, I remember the first thing initially that I saw was a diamond ring. So how shallow am I? I was like, oh, it looks like a diamond. So maybe perhaps somebody is going to get proposed to or is thinking about getting proposed, a proposal, a giving one. But then the next thing I thought were like underwear. And of course, that just took my imagination to the south side, right? So sorry about that. But that's how this brain works. Some of you guys could really be into like ravens. I love ravens, by the way. Also looking at the depth of like pond surfaces or going to the beach and looking at the shallow end of things and just being really fascinated by all sorts of life forms in there. Some of you guys are into things that like really sparkle and shine. Somebody needs their windshield replaced, like you have cracks on your windshield, or you are a windshield replacer. That's not even a thing. A person that replaces windshields. Okay, you know what I'm talking about. I heard some of you guys smoke. Well, okay. And here is a person. I feel like you've had this spirit with you, not like in a bad way at all. Someone to like guide and help and protect you. But I also feel like you draw things, like you don't, oh gosh. And I feel like you're into like portals, almost like walking through portals and things like that. Like you can see portals. And if you can't thus far, I feel like if you put your mind to it, you will very soon. I've only seen 2 of them and it was kind of a trip both times. Yeah, we did talk about this lion here. This roaring lion. Interesting. So I feel like you have an affinity with animals. So I'm seeing even here's a polar bear. There's a lot of animals in this one. And here's another image, and it could all go either way. It's the same damn image, Crystal. It's like the shark tooth or a diamond or underwear. Have your pick, folks. You do have somebody watching you. I feel like this is it feels like a father or a male figure kind of watching you, and they don't want to be observed. So let's see if you could see. Yeah, oh my gosh. Please come in clear because I could see it clearly. Maybe this might help, maybe it might not. Not so much. I see almost like a male figure just staring at you. So this could be somebody who's like interested in you or just watching you. Do you see that? Here's the hand. The hand's above his head. Here's his head. He's got like kind of short hair, unusual hair. The eyes and nose and almost like a mustache. And then here's the shoulder. Kind of on the slender side, and almost like now this turns into a hand saying shush, like quiet, quiet. They don't want to be seen or exposed. Somebody that could be observing you, maybe romantically, or just observing you. I don't feel like it's anything bad. Now, this, I feel like this is someone trying on a form-fitting dress, okay? And it's almost like this is bent at the elbow, trying to pull this up over the booty. And someone else with like fabric. So maybe somebody's helping you design a dress, or you're trying on clothes and somebody's helping you with that, or getting alterations as opposed to altercations, right? I feel like for some of you, you have avoided a lot of your inner work. Like you feel like you don't have to do it, or it's not important. What's a wombat? I don't know what one looks like. I'm not sure if this looks like one, but I heard the word wombat, and I see kind of like big rounded ears, and don't quote me on this. I don't know if that's a wombat. I heard one thing. It's possible that I just saw another. And then it's like, it's in a costume though, and I don't know what a wombat would stand for anyways. So that's pretty much what I'm saying in here for you. Eyes and nose facing this way, observing something, inspecting. Yeah. That is what I have for you as of right now. A lot of white, a lot of flowing white, a lot of like haunting, being haunted by a wedding, or haunted by a wedding dress, or haunted about thoughts of a wedding. Something like that could be it as well. And each story is going to be different. Keep in mind, this is like supposed to be for collective, and take what you will and leave what doesn't fit or what's not convenient for you. So let's go ahead and get some chakra cards for you. Show me what I need to see. What are these images here, please, for those that chose crystal ball number 3? And show me now. Look at all that. Tell me that does not echo all of this with the flowing images. Miracle. Miracle. So I feel like there's been some doubt about something long-term, doubt about maybe somebody's going to propose, or that you'll find your person, doubt about anything like that. Sorry, I'm a little bit sick still. And it could be, you know, about finding your person. Will you ever have that commitment? Will you ever get married? Insecurity, huh? Look at that. Yeah, so filling your head up with these doubts, whether it's like, hey, will I ever find anyone who's going to really want me, take care of me, anything like that? So I feel like, yeah, with his arms crossed like that, he's looking all sad. It's like we block our heart chakra. And for sure, like, this is not a judgment. I totally feel, you know, if this is you, I totally feel your pain, because I'm like, am I ever going to find anybody? Well, this reading's not me, about me. But anyways, yeah, been there, done that. Show me more about what I need to see for pile number 3. Service. Maybe you're in the service industry. Maybe you have a loved one that's been ill, or a loved one that's crossed over. That's only for some of you, not all of you. But you do have help on the other side that does come and is of service to you. When you're feeling weak, when what ails you is heartache or insecurity, when that devil's like, hey, you know, you're too weird for anybody to really mesh with you. You know, things that cross my mind about myself. It could be that the loved ones are there to really kind of be that form of security for you, that support. And to know that it's not even like a real miracle, because you totally shine. It's just how we're feeling, okay? This is a root chakra problem. How to, you know, get grounded, of course, earthing and getting in touch with nature, going on hikes, getting some sunlight even. But also allowing yourself to be open to writing down like positive affirmations and saying them out loud, and speaking kindly to yourself. Even if you have to speak to yourself in third person, I've used that technique too. Wearing green is going to really help your heart chakra. Yeah, but just know that those messages that you get that make you feel insecure is all BS. It's nobody thinks that about you, just you. And I guess the only miracle would be really for you to be not believe what your insecurities tell you, basically. Let's get some more messages, and we're going to wrap this up. Show me what I need to see For those that chose globe number 3 or call number 3, is show me now. Love. Allow it to pour in and out of you. So this message was in one other selection. I will mention which one. If you feel led to, pick another crystal ball. And if not, that's okay as well. Oh, hi. And trust. Faith in the power of the universe. Yeah, having faith that there are miracles. Might feel like a miracle, but you can overcome this insecurity just by listening to the right things that are said about you. You know, people, I know, compliment you. What do people compliment you about? What do they talk to you about? What are your strengths? I'm going to give this last one to you as well. It's one of my all-time favorites. Head. Oh my gosh. I'm never doing readings this late when, I'm sorry, I work really early, so, yeah, sorry, and I'm punchy. Scratch all that. Okay, so head. I just can't even with myself today, guys. I'm sorry. Logic and evaluation. Okay, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about everything that goes on in your brain, folks. Get your mind out of the gutter. Griselle. So you may have a lot of messages that come through, and it's going to be up to you what you filter out. Rip out those damn pages. If they make you feel insecure, rip them out. It's a bunch of nonsense anyways. Nobody's perfect. But you could be getting a lot of downloads. You could be really observing. Your third eye could be opening up as well. You could be reading on material that really expands your mind. You could be into manifesting and reading up on like Nikola Tesla and the 369 and all of those things. Religion can be the source of some, I heard contention, but you guys could be really questioning or thinking or examining things right now. Some of you guys have prayed the rosary or really consider it or really enjoy the rosary. Others of you look for planetary alignments. Others of you do have the ability to have telepathic communication. And I feel like your back is to it, almost like you're like, that's bullshit. But just wait, it's coming to you and for you. So yeah, when it happens, come back and go, hey, remember what you said about telepathy? And I'll totally not remember, but it'll still be bonding experience. So anyway, sorry I sound funny nasally, but I hope that you guys were helped or amused. And I want to thank you once again so much. I hope that you have a great evening or day, whatever and whenever you watch this. Much love to you and namaste.